Hi, scholars. Good to see you virtually. I'm coming to you this week with the writing mini lesson, and this builds off of the reading mini lesson that Ms. DeSantos did this week, talking about main topic, main idea, and key details. So in writing, you're tasked this week with using a graphic organizer to write down the main topic, the main idea, and the key details from your research books. Depending on what level you're on, you have different research topics. So let's begin. Our target today is I will read and write about a nonfiction topic. Now, what are the verbs that are in that learning target? Correct. It is read and write. Verbs are what we do, and what we're going to do is read and then write. What's our success criteria? Go ahead and read it with me. I can use a graphic organizer to record the main topic, main idea, and key details. So remember, the main topic is what it's mostly about, right? If you are a studying scholar, then we used a tabletop example, and the legs of that tabletop are the key details. If you watched Ms. DeSantos' video already, we know that the main topic is the cone because it supports all of the ice creams on top, or the main ideas that go on top of that cone. So again, our success criteria today is to use that graphic organizer, that's an attachment, on your Canvas page, and you're going to record. Another word for record is write the main topic. What is the text all about? The main idea, so what are some subtopics? And the key details. So what exactly do you know about that subtopic? All right, so the text that we're going to use today is all about spiders. You are going to listen to a read aloud of the book, and then we're going to go into the graphic organizer.
Spider. Are you a spider? If you are, your mother looks like this. Are you a spider? Are you a spider? If you are, your mother looks like this. And spins webs. Your mother laid eggs and wrapped them in the special silk pouch. You are inside one of them. When you break out of your egg, you will find you have a lot of brothers and sisters. You are all small, but you will all get bigger. You look perfect. You have a tiny waist and 8 hairy legs. You have 2 handy claws for pushing food into your mouth. You have 8 eyes. You have 6 spinnerets hidden under your body. They are for spinning silk thread. Silk thread is the most important thing in your life. Begin to spin some at once. You need it to help you move away and start your new life. Spin out the thread so it floats in the air. With luck, a breeze will catch it and carry you away. Or you could just walk. Use your silk thread as a safety line when you walk. If you fall, hang from your line until you stop swinging. Then, climb back up it again. Use your silk thread to build a web. A web will catch flies, and flies are good to eat. Attach these threads first. These threads must be very strong. This is hard work. Whew! Attach these threads next. These threads must be very sticky. This is even harder work. Congratulations, you have built a beautiful web. When a fly flies in your web, it will stick there. Run and bite it. Chomp. Your bite will make it go to sleep. You can eat it now, or you can wrap it in silk thread and save it for later. Watch out for birds. Caw, caw. Birds are dangerous. Birds eat spiders. Hide under a leaf. That's the way the birds won't see you. Keep one foot on your web. If the web shakes, we'll know you have caught a fly. Watch out for wasps. Bzzz. Wasps are dangerous. A wasp sting can kill a spider. If you catch a wasp in your web, don't try to eat it. Try to cut it free. Be sure to keep away from the end that stings. However, if you look something like this, or this, or this, or this, you aren't a spider. You are a human child. You do not have 8 eyes or 8 hairy legs. You might have a tiny waist, but you definitely don't have spinnerets, and you can't spin silk thread. But you can do a lot of things that spiders can't do. You must still be careful of wasps, but you don't have to bother making a web. Best of all, you will never, ever, ever have to wrap up a fly and eat it. Ew.
Awesome, scholars. I hope you enjoyed that read aloud. So, Ms. DeSantos talked about when you're finding the main topic is usually in the title of the book. And sometimes when you open that book, if it's a nonfiction text, you'll see the table of contents. So this was also a nonfiction text, but it's a different one. It doesn't have a table of contents, nor does it have any chapters. It is read like a fictional book. When that happens, then you really have to put on your growth mindset brain, and you have to find what were some similarities that you heard of throughout the story to help you identify those main ideas. All right, so now I'm going to use my graphic organizer just like that success criteria said, and I'm going to figure out what are those main ideas. But already, let's start with the first part. Who remembers what is our main topic? What was that book talking all about? Were we talking about rhinoceros? Were we talking about polar bears? We're talking about ants? I must be getting closer. We were talking about spiders. Now, here's our main topic, and you'll have that on your graphic organizer too, or you can put it on a scrap piece of paper. Now, when I was listening to the text, I was trying to think about, okay, what were some main buckets of information that that book was trying to teach me? I know we were talking all about spiders, but what exactly was it teaching me about spiders? And I came up with 3 main ideas, or 3 main subtopics. Those 3 main subtopics were habitat, that means where does that spider live? Diet, what kind of food does it eat? And lastly, what kind of life cycle? Now, that book had a different text feature, Did it have photographs or illustrations? Definitely illustrations, because an illustration is drawn by hand or painted. It's the opposite of a photograph. A photograph is a realistic picture of the actual topic. So with that said, I saw illustrations of that life cycle on that spider in the form of the illustrations. So now that we have our main topic and our three main ideas, we're going to move into the three key details. Still using those sentence stems, right? We're going to start with the main idea. The main idea is habitat. I know because in the book, it showed illustrations of the spider's habitat. So what are some key details that I can remember about the habitat? Go ahead and take 10 seconds to think to yourself before I reveal and move my head. Think about what are three key details that you learned from the text about the habitat. Three key details are all right, let's reveal. All right, one key detail is that they make a silk web. That definitely speaks to the habitat. Where does the spider live? In a web. Show me the agree sign if you also thought of that key detail. Nice job. All right, the next key detail that I thought of was they can make their webs anywhere, inside or outside, inside our home or outside our home. Show me the agree sign if you also thought of that key detail. Nice job. And I know because in the text, the book showed webs being built outside by the leaves, and it also showed a web being built inside those humans' homes in between the picture frames. What was our third key detail that I found out? They hide from the predators. Now, remember, what was the predator that the spider was trying to hide from? You've got it. It was the birds. That spider was trying to hide from the birds underneath the leaves, but it kept one leg on the web just in case his prey landed on the web. That takes me to my next main idea. The text taught me all about the subtopic of diet. The food. What kind of food does the spider eat? Now take 10 seconds and think. What are three key details from the text that support the main idea of food? All right, I hope you got at least one key detail locked and loaded to support that main idea. Here we go. The first main idea that we found is flies and other bugs. Definitely. I know that a key detail that supports the food that a spider eats is a fly and other bugs, because the text showed in the illustrations a fly being caught in that silky web and how it sticks. And the spider goes in, does what? Because that might be our second key detail. Precisely. That spider bites the fly and wraps their food to save it for later. Now they can eat it now or they can eat it later. Up to them. But I didn't know that. fun, cool key detail. Now, the last key detail, avoid eating wasps. Whoa! That is an awesome key detail that supports the diet in food, because not only does the text tell us what the spider does eat, but it also tells us what the spider cannot eat. And who can remember the even more key detail as to why not the spider eats the wasp? You got it. It has to avoid that stinger so that the spider doesn't get hurt. Now, last but not least, what's that last main idea, that last subtopic to the main topic of spiders? I think the text taught me all about that life cycle. The life cycle, those are the stages that the spider can go through. So, I learned from the text 3 key details. You have 10 seconds to try and think of at least one, but definitely 3, so that we can meet our success criteria. 10 seconds begin. What are 3 key details to support the spider's life cycle that we learned from the text? All right, that's time. Let's reveal. Number 1, we have eggs laid inside a silk pouch. Agree or disagree? Also, the spiderlings hatch in the spring. And lastly, another key detail is they spin silk and fly away in the wind so that they can live alone. All right, scholars. So today you have learned how to use and record on the graphic organizer the main topic, 3 main ideas, and 9 key details. Just like Mr. Santos was saying, those main ideas can come straight from your topics in the table of contents. But if your book does not have a table of contents, you can think of 3 main subtopics that book taught you. You can totally use these 3 subtopics to help you think about what did you learn from your book. These same 3 subtopics will keep coming up in the weeks to come. So go ahead and let's reflect on our success criteria today and give yourself a 4. If you got how to use that graphic organizer and you can teach someone in your household, a 3, if you got it all by yourself, you don't have any more questions. A 2, I still need some support. And if you do, feel free to give one of your teachers a message, including me if you have me as a Sudden Scholar. Or 1, I definitely need to be retaught. So that's definitely a phone call. Let your parents know or who you're staying with know so that they can call or message your teacher so that they can reteach you. Go ahead and show a 4, 3, 2, or a 1. Nice job, scholars. You have completed this week's mini lesson.